BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. The reason I took a break, I wanted to find a Facebook post, and I want to go back. Good morning. Show everybody how to get in touch with us if you just joined us, because I want to. There you go. And I put this up. Let's go back with number 2, okay? Because that's where we left. Georgia governor prepares to defend Loeffer, his expected Senate pick. All right. So tomorrow, we understand at 10 o'clock. Oh, by the way, let's put this one up. I'm sorry. I know I'm jumping around. Go to number 43 for a minute. And then I want to go back to 2. So save 2, go to 43. Impeachment puts spotlight on Georgia Republican eyeing Senate. That's Doug Collins, Congressman Doug Collins from the 9th District. Just to let you know, Congressman Collins will be a guest on this show at 8:15 in the morning. So at 8:15 in the morning, we will have him for 15 minutes to 8:30. He is taking time out of his busy schedule. We appreciate that. The congressman's office reaching out yesterday when we sent a message asking if we can get the congressman on. And tomorrow is big day for the Judiciary Committee. You're going to hear an opening statement from this guy that is going to blow the doors off this country tomorrow. He is the ranking member, don't get sidetracked, BKP, stay focused, but Congressman Collins is the ranking member of the House Judiciary Committee. I have said before on this show, if you were to ask somebody that paid attention, who are the top defenders of the President of the United States, because he deserves being defended, Collins would be way up there as number 1, or Jim Jordan, or Nunes, or Ratcliffe, or, God, never thought I'd say this, Lindsey Graham, but this guy is going to tomorrow, when the ranking member of the Judiciary Committee makes his opening statement, and he says to the nation, to Jerry Nadler, the bullfrog, and the world to watch, that he wants to see Adam Schiff right there, a fact witness. But he will be on the show at 8:15 in the morning. Now, this headline is from The Hill today, but pretty sure I will tell you this is the biggest fake job ever if it doesn't come true. But pretty sure tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, he will no longer be on the list of candidates, possible candidates for senator. Pretty sure, according to Governor Brian Kemp's office and what has been leaked out of there and has been put out to the media, has been put out by his office, that tomorrow, thank you very much, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, Loeffler will be the next senator, and the only way Doug Collins will become a senator in the state of Georgia is to run for office. Now, why did I put that up? Because it's true. And let me show you this one. Go to 49. Now, this is a friend. I consider this person a friend. Okay. I forgot my glasses. Jeannie Seaver worked for Brian Kemp's campaign as the volunteer grassroots state coordinator or something like that. And this is a friend, okay? And this is what's happening all over the state now. Governor Brian Kemp's people are canvassing, and they have everybody that has somebody's ear on a list, okay? And they have all their paid people that have worked for them in the past or may in the future or could, financially benefit blasting social media and making phone calls. Now, I told you yesterday on this show, I received one of those phone calls, okay? And I know the individual, okay, and I will just say this, that called me, ran for political office, worked for Governor Nathan Deal, worked for Senator David Perdue, worked for candidate Brian Kemp, and a short time, I think, in the transition team in the administration, a short time, called me and said, hey, Kelly's not that bad of a person. Not that bad. Kelly's not a bad person, not that bad. Kelly's not a bad person. You're going to see the other side here soon, and just wait, and, be open-minded, all that good, happy stuff. But yesterday, this is an example. It's all over. Janine Seaver, from one who has been behind President Trump and Brian Kemp from day one, and a grassroots activist in Georgia for 20 years. Okay? Set herself up as grassroots activist for 20 years. Do you see the setup in that sentence? I'm with Donald Trump first. Oh, I love the mind games, politics mind games. I'm with Donald Trump first, Brian Kemp, and I've been a grassroots activist in Georgia for 20 years. And I like this person, okay? But I can read, I can smell these tweets and these posts on social media a mile away. I will respect Governor Brian Kemp and support the decision on the U.S. Senate appointment. He knows a lot more than I about the applicants, and my loyalty remains with him, ! Now, I'm going to tell you, 8th time, this is my friend. And if this person picks up the phone and calls me today, I'm going to say, you scare the hell out of me when you write loyalty, okay, to Brian Kemp over this pick. Now, there are hundreds of these across social media. And I just picked the last comment. Tommy Grooms there said, this truly concerns me. I just watched Sean Hannity speak about this on Fox. Doesn't look good. Now, I'm not the bad guy. The governor is angry with folks like me for questioning the process. The governor is angry with folks like me saying, hey, how did you get here? How did you get to this pick? What happened? Now, another comment came on social media yesterday from somebody I got a lot of respect for, okay? But it is true. I'm going to say this. It's very true. The governor, by the Constitution, the Georgia State Constitution, the governor, this is his pick. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Is that the word? This is Governor Brian Kemp's pick. This is his constitutional duty to exercise this. He's to pick. So, I've reached out to the governor's office yesterday. I've had a little communication, and I asked if it's possible to get the governor on. I said to the office, I said, I'm for sure tomorrow, all the big guys will get first, okay? We understand that because we're not suburban Atlanta, okay? And we don't carry the Atlanta values and the suburb values that they have. So they get to go first, the AJC and the networks down there. But I said, after you get done, can I get an interview? Maybe even with the new senator? So we're working on that. We'll see. But this is happening all over the state. All over the state. Their team, okay? Their team is working hard to defend this. Let me go with one more thing, okay? Number 15. The guy next to our governor is Kelly Loeffler's husband, CEO of the New York Stock Exchange, Jeff Speecher, I think his name is. Look these people up. Governor, you picked Kelly Loeffler as the best example to send to the Senate to represent our values? Just saying. Let me show you number 11. I'm going to say this is my closing comment, but it might not be. All right, here's the power couple. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, is supposed to come to a podium and announce that he's appointing Kelly Loeffler to fill Senator Johnny Isakson's term for senator of Georgia. And in that announcement, I am waiting to hear how he vetted her, and according to what we know about her, convinced her to accept our values. I'm not for sure she shares our values today, but maybe Governor Kemp said, if you want to be senator in Georgia, this is the way it will work, and this is what you will do. Maybe, we'll see. And I'm interested on what she addresses in her first communication with the citizens of Georgia as the new senator appointed, and how she addresses pro-life and Second Amendment and her board affiliation with Planned Parenthood, and her affiliation with the hospital, and so on and so on. I wonder how that's going to get addressed. But let me tell you one thing. Watch for, and this is something I am saying things for the last several days that nobody is talking about. Look for the political team that handles her campaign. Look for who they are. Look and see if the political team that doesn't get appointed or she hires to handle their campaign don't resemble each and every one as close as possible to the Brian Kemp for governor campaign. See if the same people don't get the job to run her campaign. Because I'm going to tell you something. I know this. I've talked to people that run campaigns. And I know this for a fact. There's nothing more frustrating than a campaign management team than to have a candidate that runs out of money 30 days before the election. There's nothing more frustrating to a campaign finance team that has to watch the money as they're running these campaigns. Nothing more frustrating. Nothing more frustrating than getting down to the wire and looking at the bank account and saying, we got a choice, send out these last two mailers that we need $150,000 to do in the district or the state, or just hope we skate in because we got to make payroll. Do we buy and make an ad buy 30 days in advance? Look at that. 30 days in advance. Do we do an ad buy worth millions of dollars and corner every market? We don't have the money. But I'll tell you what. Last but not least, on political consultants or political teams there, strategery, right? Is that what George W. Bush said? The strategy, there's nothing better than a candidate with endless amounts of money. Oh, you can make a lot of money that way. This is your kind of candidate. This is a candidate that also you put in a winner bonus. Now they do. These campaign companies put in a winner bonus. If we win, we get a bonus. A lot of money to be made off that campaign. But I will say this. Michael Bloomberg, the billionaire, is going to spend all the money he can spend, and he's not going to make it. Will this guy tomorrow, number 43, Congressman Doug Collins, impeachment puts spotlight on Georgia Republican eyeing Senate. According to everything in the press and everything in the AJC and the Atlanta media, he needs to be eyeing the Senate from the standpoint of running for it in the next election if he wants to. So how big is the rift between Brian Kemp and President Trump? I don't know. But I'm going to tell you this. My prediction, tomorrow, at 10 o'clock, Brian Kemp will announce Kelly Loeffler. And about the time he's announcing Kelly Loeffler to be the next Senate, this guy is going to be going through the roof. His meter is going to go through the roof of name recognition. There will be nobody in the state of Georgia that does not know this congressman tomorrow. He will have the strongest conservative base in Georgia. In Georgia, okay, remember, in Georgia, Republican primaries go to the right still, whether you want to believe that or not. So I'm going to tell you something right now. If this guy runs for the Senate after this week in Georgia, he will have the conservative right vote. And we will see then, because that's how primaries go in Georgia. Let me remind you, for those of you that are upset, I guess the only thing we can really stop and think about is number 12. That's the alternative. Just saying. I'm going to take a break. We're going to come back. Let's talk impeachment, Trump at NATO, a little bit of everything. Take